We back at it again.
For the culture.
I'm a big fan of culture.
For the culture.
Yeah.
My God.
Shout out to culture.
For the Culture podcast.
Type.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Ever get to check out and find yourself paying more? At Culture Fresno, we made it very simple with transparent pricing, and that's the reason why we have out-the-door pricing. What you see is what you pay. Please visit us online at www.culturefresno.com. We look forward to seeing you soon. Every story has a purpose. Every voice leaves an impact. These are the conversations shaping our community. Welcome to For the Culture podcast. Today with our special guest, Sadie Dahl. How are you today?
So good.
And
How
you
are
traveled so far.
Yes.
Man, how was your trip?
Coming from Utah. It's nice. It's like a short flight. It was like an
Wow.
hour. Super chill. And yeah, we got in early this morning.
What is it like, going from fresh air to congested air?
Oh,
You smell the difference.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can feel
Pollution
it.
is real.
Yes. You can.
Right.
You can feel it on your voice too, but yeah, there's something about that dry Utah air that like there's a difference wherever you go. It doesn't matter
So
where you're going.
true.
But yeah.
That is so true. And talking about the voice, how it affects your voice, you were actually on the show called The Voice.
Yes.
Man, so tell us about, the journey of getting there and your experience of being on there.
Yeah. I was on season 28 of The Voice. It was so amazing. And getting into it was kind of just happenstance. Like it was just a submission of a like video
Okay.
audition online, which I had done previous years before when I was
Okay.
like really young. I think the first time I submitted one was when I was like 14 or so.
And that
Um,
was just yesterday.
and even like before that, I'd done auditions for shows like American Idol and things, and it had never caught. But yeah, I think it would have been about 2 years ago
Uh-huh.
now where I submitted that one video, and then I heard back through email, and the voice was like, "Hey, send a little more," and you kind of go back and forth, and then all of a sudden I got a call, and it was
Wow.
like, "Hey, we want you for a blind audition. We're gonna fly you out this day." And yeah, after that, it kind of just took off, and
Whoa.
flew to California, and it was one of my first times like leaving home. It
Right.
was a lot of first times for me. It was a big deal. And so, yeah, but I got to meet so many amazing people, and yeah, it was just an absolute whirlwind and some of the coolest experiences. So,
And that is amazing. I mean, what a
yeah,
journey.
yeah,
So, you make it. You're in
yes.
California.
We're living out there.
Right.
They've got us living in a hotel all together,
Yes.
and it's a bunch of musicians. It was one of my favorite things, walking the halls. Well, at some points it was one of my favorite things, and at some points it wasn't, because you walk out of your hotel room and they have us all on the same floor.
I
So you're
see.
walking and you're hearing all these different voices singing throughout,
Wow.
and it's like it was kind of intimidating.
And you're
'Cause
competing with them.
yeah, so they're your
Right.
competitors, but also they're your friends. It almost felt like we called it like band camp,
Yeah.
you know? So it was fun getting to know them, but then again, it's like you're hearing some of these voices, and the walls are thin at that specific hotel we were at, so you could really hear. And so we kind of got to get a taste of like what we were working up against, and my season was crazy.
Competitive.
Very competitive, but so kind. Like I feel like we all
Mhm.
really bonded together. But on the skill set level,
Yes.
like it was a wild season, and I was just honored to be able to like be
Whoa.
running up against them. So
Yes. To be a part of it.
yes.
Wow. So tell us, what song did you do for a
Yeah.
video audition?
So, for my my
Yes.
submission,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember because it was so long ago. It was definitely not the video I did for my blind audition, but I'm trying to think. It might have been House of the Rising Sun.
Okay.
Like a cool soulful. I think I submitted a couple, but maybe some Sam Smith or something. But yeah, once we got out there, then it's interesting. They kind of give you a long list
Yes.
of songs. You kind of get to pick what you would sing, and they end up giving you the final choice. And for my blind audition song, I sang Colors by Black Pumas,
Right.
which is a super soulful groove, and the message is about just love for all of our brothers and sisters
Yes.
of every walk of life, belief, skin color, everything. And so it was a big song to take on
Oh,
as
absolutely.
a white girl from Utah. I was like, they're giving me this song, okay, like I will take it. And like I will, yeah, it was an honor to be able to sing it. And yeah, that day of my blind audition was
Wow. So you didn't get to pick the song that
not,
you want, but
yeah, I
you
don't know
had
if I'm
to
even supposed to say
sing,
that,
right? So the
but
challenge was real.
yes. So you
Wow.
kind of give them an idea, like, this is my vibe. These are like,
Right.
I think it was a list of 20 or so songs. And
Okay.
then they kind of get back to you and they're like, hey, this is your final decision. Like, this is your
Whoa.
final song. Um, but the voice, like, they're really cool about really working with you, making you comfortable
Yes.
on stage. So they had voice coaches that we would meet with every week.
Okay.
And we had rehearsals and they would send you the tracks so you could practice. So they really made it to
Wow.
where you felt really comfortable on that stage. So going into
So you
that
couldn't even
day,
sleep. You were
yes. And we had
right.
5 weeks of preparation before we even stepped on that stage. So a lot of time I sang that song hundreds and hundreds of times before I
Right.
finally did it on that day. But yeah, once that day came, it was like I did feel ready, but it was still one of the scariest experiences
Of
of my life
course.
because it's like I would go through waves of being like, I've sung this song a million times. I'm a singer, like this is what I do, this is what I love, like I'll be fine. And then the realization would hit me again where I'm like, but this is probably the biggest day and opportunity of my life.
Yes.
So I should probably freak out a little bit. It's okay. So I was like ups and downs and ups and downs, but it ended up being awesome. I went on that stage and I got a 4-chair turn, which was wild.
Oh my goodness.
And so our season was Reba McEntire, which she's so cute and sweet.
She is.
And she's got these bright blue eyes and she's so little.
Right.
And Michael Bublé, who's just the kindest. He has just such a kind energy about him. I know like with some people, it's like sometimes it comes off that way and you wonder, is this really how they are?
Yes.
But after like meeting him a couple times, truly, like he was just such a kind-hearted
Genuine.
guy.
Right.
And then Snoop. I mean, what kind
Oh
of like,
man.
do I really need to say much? Snoop
Right.
was just so
True.
cool.
The life of the party.
Yes, a lot taller than I expected in person too. Like when I
Really?
went to hug him, I was like,
Right.
holy, like, and so skinny too. I was like, okay, Snoop. And then Niall Horan. So yeah,
Oh my! I mean, that's definitely a cast of voters,
yeah,
right?
it's
You
a
know, that
lineup
come
for
with
sure.
a lot of experiences, so forth. So
Yes,
I'm
yes.
curious, say, you gotta tell us about like how old were you
Yeah.
when you realized that you have such an amazing voice, and you know what drove you to continue that journey?
Yeah, I love that question because um
Hey y'all, it's your girl DJ Hazy J, and here's something every Culture Fresno guest should know. Culture Rewards is our free membership program created to give our community more value with every visit. Members earn points over time, enjoy a welcome bonus after qualifying purchases, and unlock exclusive rewards along the way. We've designed Culture Rewards to make every visit even more rewarding. Joining is free, easy, and only takes a minute. Scan the QR code or visit our website to become a Culture Rewards member today. See you at Culture.
I feel like a lot of people expect for me to say that I've been singing since I like was a tiny little girl, but I
Yeah.
kind of didn't discover my voice until a little later
Okay.
into my life. But my introduction to music was actually initially when I was like, I'd say 4 or so, and I started learning like being classically trained on the violin.
Okay.
So I was trained on the violin all through high school. Um,
That's
and
not
that
an
was
easy
my
instrument.
love. Yeah,
Right.
no, it's
that's
a
not an
hard
easy
one. And so initially when I was a little girl, my dream, it wasn't to be on American Idol or to be on The Voice or to sing. It was
Right.
actually to play in the symphony. And so that's
Really?
where my love for music started. So I have an appreciation for a bunch of genres, classical music being one of them. But as I kind of grew up, I started to listen to more music
Okay.
and kind of sing along. And I think as a violinist, like if you look at the instrument itself,
Yes.
there's no frets. So it's all about intonation and finding where you're placing your finger. And
So
it's kind of sounds silly, but like if you move your finger like even like half a centimeter, it's a different note entirely. So it really teaches your ear to find those notes. And I think as a musician and as a young violinist, like specific genres really kind of interested me when it came to like trying to replicate it with my voice.
Right.
So like R&B with all the riffs and runs
Yes.
and pop in that way, I think that's like it really kind of caught my interest and my attention because as a violinist, I was like, ooh, I love trying to find it with my. Anyways, so
Wow,
it's
you
kind
had
of a
the
weird
ear for
connection.
music.
Yes.
Whoa.
And so
So
I kind of credit my classical violin playing
yes.
to where like how I love the genres that I do now and what I love to sing. And so yeah, I started listening to artists like Tori Kelly and Lauryn Hill and her and a lot of soulful people and like a lot of different genres too. Like in middle school, I had this phase of like only listening to jazz music, which was
Oh
fun.
man,
So
I
like
love
Frank Sinatra
jazz.
was like my
Right.
guy. So like Michael
Yes.
Bublé on the season was cool. Anyways, so I just like love music in general, all these different genres. But growing up, yeah, I kind of started to find a voice and I was like, wait, I love to play violin, but I also kind of like to sing, but I never would sing for anybody. Never, ever,
Really?
ever, ever,
Only to
ever.
yourself.
Only to
No one at
myself.
home heard you sing?
Well, that's where the story changes. Is one day I was singing along to a Tori Kelly song. She's
Uh-huh.
my girl. And my mom overheard me. I was singing upstairs and she's like, she yells up, she goes, Sadie, is that you singing a Tori Kelly song? And I was like, maybe. Because if you tell my mom something, like you give her any encouragement, like she's gonna push you,
Right.
which is yeah, it's great. But also for me, when at that time I was really fearful, you know. And so after she heard that, she was like, you should sing here, sing for your grandparents, sing for your family. And like I wouldn't even do that. And I was like very afraid, didn't want to show my voice.
Oh.
And then this was around middle school, so I was probably 13
Okay.
or 14. And then finally one day, like I remember watching a singer sing in the school talent show. And it like really inspired me. And I just had this feeling like burning deep down inside of me, as
Oh.
corny as it sounds, that like I wanted to be up there and show my voice. And so I told myself in that moment, I was like, I'm going to audition for the school talent show, like before I leave my middle school.
You
And
challenged yourself.
I did. And so the first
Wow.
time I ever sang in front of anybody was in front of my entire school. And I sang Imagine by John Lennon. And it's funny to hear my mom tell the story because she was like, I was terrified. She's like, I don't know what's going to happen. She's probably going to voice crack or maybe get scared and run off the stage because I'd never sang in front of anybody.
Right.
But it ended up being one of those moments where it was like, whoa, like I really do love this. And this is something that I really want to pursue.
And you got past your stage fright.
Yeah, it was scary. It definitely was. I remember kind of just like blacking out and after like being like, I don't even know if I sounded good. I don't even know if I got the lyrics right. But I had just that feeling and that motivation. You know, I was like, you know what? I just want to see where my voice can take me. And so after that, I started just saying yes to every opportunity.
Whoa.
And so yeah, I started doing auditions. Like
Yes.
I kind of, to circle back, I started auditioning for American Idol and The Voice and doing like local singing competitions, and I auditioned for this program in Utah that's really has a special place in my heart. It's called the Caleb Chapman Sound House.
Okay.
And it's like a high school I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a high school,
Musicians.
yes. It's like a group where you audition for different genres of
Okay.
bands, and then you get to perform and gig and kind of get a taste of what it's like to be in the industry, without
That's
having to do all the
amazing.
tricky stuff of
Like a
like
school
booking
of
gigs and all
arts.
this. Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So it really gave me a taste of like, okay, not only do I love to sing, but I love to perform and be on stage with fellow musicians and things. And so, yeah, I kind of finished off high school. I worked for a year, and then that voice audition caught on, and
That
it's
is
been about a
amazing.
year, and now I'm here, and I'm yeah,
So,
kind
or
of a
do you
crazy
still play
story.
the flute?
The violin.
Oh, the violin.
Yes, I do. Not with these nails, though. Not with these nails. I do every here and there. I should bring it out more, but it is one of those things where every time I pull it out, I love to play, and my little sister also plays, and so, anyways,
That's
we play
amazing.
together, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well,
So
so where will you contribute where you most likely got your voice from?
I feel like
It sounds
just
like
my love for
mom must have
music.
been singing secretly.
I love her.
Right.
But she's back there. She's going.
Nah.
It's that's what's kind of funny is I'm kind of the only singer in my family.
Really?
Like my sister played piano, like my older sister played piano, younger sister played violin
That's a
with
lot of
me.
musicians.
But yeah, it's musicians
Right, from
like
your household.
instrumental. But other than that, like I'm kind of the only singer, and I kind of just credit the musicians that I listened to growing up and kind of just listening and trying to teach myself. And I don't know. It's kind
Wow.
of just was
It must have passed. Maybe it was grandma.
maybe I know grandma did
She might be holding
sing in the
back.
choir when she
Right.
was younger, so it must have been that.
And skipped over
Grandma
to
Linda,
you.
thanks for that.
That is amazing. So, Draper Idol,
Yeah.
won and judged.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that like?
Yeah. So that was awesome.
Uh-huh.
That was like the year. So it was kind of funny. I had like 3 really good years, and I remember one of the first years was yeah, winning Draper Idol, which is I'm from Draper. That's my city in Utah that I'm from.
Man,
And they have a
shout
little
out to
singing.
Draper.
Yeah, shout out Draper. Love you, Draper. Yeah, I did the singing competition and I was just expecting to just do it and not to win, but then I ended up winning and representing my city, which was really
Amazing.
awesome. And then the year following, there's another local singing competition called Sing Utah. And so that was kind of like a little step above. So I was like, hey, I've done Draper Idol. Let's see
Right.
if I can do Sing Utah. And then I ended up winning the professional division for that. And that was one of those things where it was like those two steps kind of gave me the confidence to be like, yeah, let's try out for The Voice another time. Like
Yes.
I'm feeling ready and motivated. And so then that following year was when I made it onto The Voice. So it was like kind of a cool
That is
progression
amazing. Yes.
and
Yes.
went from representing like Draper to Utah and then Utah at a bigger level. And yeah, I just have such a love for where I'm from and it was cool to be able to represent
That's
them in that way.
amazing.
So
Would you say how much of, your faith have helped carry you this far?
oh my gosh, 100%.
Right.
100%. And that's one of my favorite things, like to just think back on, looking back on the experience with The Voice. It was so amazing in so many different ways, and all the glamour and all the musicians that I met. But one of my favorite things was just like I feel that my relationship with my God
Yes.
grew so much through that
Yes.
in ways that I wouldn't have ever expected.
Right.
But I did know going into it and knowing that I was going to have that opportunity, I knew I was like, I need to be very spiritually steady
Yes.
and fit. And so yeah, I was so prayerful because I was very
Yes.
afraid, kind of what we talked about before. Like
Right.
I'm an introvert. I have imposter syndrome, and I still
Are
if
you
people ask me,
serious?
yes.
You must be talking about third party. That's hard to
No,
believe.
no. I'm just feeling good. I'm just feeling good right now. But but truly, like I still get the nerves every single time I perform. People will ask me like, "Oh, since you've been on The Voice, like surely you don't get nervous anymore." And I'm
Right.
like, "Actually, I still do."
Right.
Like even for like the national anthem, which I've sung a million times, like things like that. So I truly felt that, especially through The Voice, because it was such a big thing, because I felt like I didn't feel fully adequate for the opportunities that I was going into.
Yes.
I did. I felt like I had to be prayerful through every single thing, every single
So
step,
important.
every single moment. And there was even one of the rounds that I was doing because I made it through 3 rounds. And so my second round, I kind of got caught up in everything, and I realized I was kind of having a harder time with it and not feeling as like, I don't know, solid and confident and calm. And then I realized I was like, I haven't been as prayerful and as been in tune with my relationship with God.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, I can't, like, I gotta keep that
Yes.
consistency because, anyways, but yeah,
I'm
my
happy
faith has
that you
been.
shared that because it kind
Yeah.
of goes into my next question in
Yeah.
regards to what are some of the most important lessons that you learned in your journey
Yes.
so far.
I love that
And I
question.
take it that this is one of them.
Yes, 100%. I think from this last year, like my biggest lessons that I've learned was it's the most important to surround yourself with the people that you love.
Yes.
And
important.
so keep those people close and keep
Right.
God close. That was like my biggest thing. Because you got to give credit to where it's due.
That's true.
And
That's
then
true.
doesn't matter where your talents or your gifts are taking you. What's most important is who you're taking with you and who you're closest with because yeah, it can be a
Energy is
crazy
real.
experience, crazy journey, but it's like yeah, what really matters is who you got with you. So
That is so true.
yeah.
So, do you think there's a correlation between anxiety and hitting high notes?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes. Are you saying like
Do you think your
helping me somewhat?
anxiety
Yes.
may have helped in your singing in front of large crowds?
Yes, I would say so. Like, yeah, I feel it's so funny because I would be rehearsing in my little hotel room and I would get so in my head and be like, this one note is not like getting there. And then sure enough, once you're on stage, it's like that adrenaline hits you. And I think just being in that place, being in that environment, it's like there's that pressure. And one of my, I feel like biggest blessings is I feel I do well
Yes.
under pressure. And so, yeah, I will say though, my very last rehearsal before my blind audition, my voice totally cracked
Really?
on my high note. And it was one of those moments where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think I can do this. And then the next day, there was like a day before I actually went on stage. And that was a very scary moment. But we ended up pulling through.
Right,
And it was
right.
good. But yeah, I would say
made a
so.
correction.
I would say so. Yeah, that's a good, yeah.
And you talked about, playing the violin
Yeah.
and having an ear for, the tunes and making sure that, you strung that line of beautiful horsehair
Yeah,
across,
yes.
those keys. So, with that, I take it you probably are also a songwriter.
Yeah.
Really?
I
And so
am.
how many songs have you written and
Ooh,
sung?
I don't even know. I haven't counted, but yeah, I do like to write.
Can't
I
keep
write.
count.
No,
That's a lot.
I can't keep count.
That's a lot.
I do love to write, and I do feel that like writing for me is kind of an outlet to like what
Yes.
I'm feeling. So,
It's almost like a form of journal.
yes, yeah. So if you piss me off, you better watch out. There might be a song about Jake coming out.
Yeah, I heard
but-
there was one on someone I know in the audience. But
No, but truly, I do. That's why I love music, is because I feel like it is. It's an outlet
Yeah.
for so many people, and it's like it's a universal language that everybody feels through music.
Yes.
And yeah, it doesn't matter
Storytelling.
what life you're living or what language you speak. It's like everybody loves and recognizes music and is able to feel
True.
emotion through that. So yeah, but it's one of my outlets, and when I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling, whether it's happy, anger, good things, bad things,
Yes.
it's like it's a great way to kind of help me with that. So
Do you feel like through your songwriting and the ones that you have sung, is, do you feel this energy of connecting with others that may be relatable to the words in which you wrote in your song?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that's what's so cool is when you hear a song that's been written and it's like when you can connect with that, there's just something so yeah, you kind of just you feel
Yes.
that energy. I remember this is so random, but one of my favorite stories was I went to a Coldplay concert once, and I just remember, which was already amazing. I know, like it's a lot of people's bucket list to go, and it was one of mine. So it was like I was already so happy to be there, and they started playing. I'm trying to think. I think it was Yellow.
Okay.
And I remember it was already such an amazing song, so beautiful and so heartwarming. I remember just looking out in the crowd, and I was already just feeling very like feeling all the emotions. Everybody was, but just looking in the crowd and seeing somebody specifically, and the light was shining right on their face, and I could just see this man. I think he was at the concert alone, and you just could see tears streaming down his face.
Wow.
And he was just standing there, and it was just one of the coolest moments for me, where I just was like, wow. It just hit me like music is so
Yes.
powerful,
Yes.
and it can touch people's like to their core.
Right.
And I just think it's so amazing. And so to have the gift of my voice, I'm just like I'm excited to be able to utilize it. I don't have a lot of music out
Not
right
yet.
now, but I'm working on getting more out, and I'm excited to use that. And yeah.
Simple pricing starts here. At Culture Fresno, we provide out the door where you don't have to guess. What you see is what you pay. Please visit us online at culturefresno.com or at either one of our locations, 314 East Bullard or 2590 South Maple. We look forward to seeing you soon. Say, how soon will an original come out?
That's what we're figuring out. I'm in Fresno from Utah, and we're working on cooking some stuff up with Ralph.
Wow.
My buddy,
Studios,
yes,
one of
Vibe Check
Fresno.
Studios at his castle. So
Yes.
yeah, we're getting some things cooked up this weekend. And,
Okay.
so I'm excited. Yeah. I got
And
some
we're
things
excited
working.
for you.
Thank you.
The more I listen to you and as you speak about your relationship with God,
Yeah.
and, lessons in which you've learned and when you may have had shortcomings in your communication, it seems that you have a voice to heal. And, a lot of the songs I take that you've written has been, not only are they storytelling, but they are to heal those that can relate to it, as well as that
Yeah.
are seeking answers
Yeah.
and help find their way back to their faith. And so,
I love it.
man, that's huge. And,
Thank
I
you.
thank you for being that
Yeah.
for each and every one of us that
Thank you.
is seeking that. So, man, what was it like growing up in Utah, though? I mean,
Yeah.
can someone with such an amazing voice, right? Utah, beautiful place.
Yes, very
Great
beautiful.
air. The citizens of Utah very prideful.
Yes.
They love their state.
Yep.
Population is small, right? But yet, everyone is like so productive.
Yes.
They come together.
Yeah.
And here you are, Sadie. You come in with this amazing voice, uplifting everyone. So, what's that like?
Yes. No, I absolutely love Utah. Like I said before, yeah, representing Utah was so fun. But one of the things you said specifically is, yeah, Utah is just so beautiful.
Yes.
It is so beautiful. I love living there, and I actually live like on top of a mountain. And
You
so,
can see some nice green pastures.
yeah, we see the whole valley. We get a lot of snow. That is
Whoa.
one thing. I'm
Yeah.
not a big snow person. Usually, like so many people, when they hear I'm from Utah, they're like, "Oh, you must ski and snowboard," and I'm like, "No, really. I actually have never skied or snowboarded, which is like a crime.
Are you serious?
It's a crime.
That is a
I shouldn't be
crime,
saying this,
actually.
but
Right.
I do. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
There's a lot of snow
reward
up
to
there.
report you.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know. Don't be careful with who you tell that, but.
Wow, never.
Never.
Are you serious?
Never ever. And I literally live on top of a mountain.
Right.
I guess I'm kind of skiing as I'm driving down the mountain when your car's sliding. Like, does that count? I feel like it kind of counts, right? But
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
That
so,
would be funny if that did count, but unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll say. I'll be like, yeah, totally. I'm a
Right.
skier, and then I'll just won't focus too much on it. But anyways, we got the snow in northern Utah, which I love. But if you drive south, it's like you've got the red rock, and it's very hot,
Yes.
and it's like the beautiful red rock against the blazing blue sky, and it's like you have so much diverse, just like beauty
Yes.
in Utah. And it's just so beautiful. And you got a lot of beautiful hearted people there too, a lot of God-fearing people. And you just
Yes.
you can find just so many awesome people, so many different stories, and I just
Utah's home.
yeah,
Utah is home.
it really is.
Man, no. So I'm curious if you, of course, were to win $10 million.
Oh,
What would you?
are you about to give me $10 million? I'm
Right.
just kidding.
Might be something laying around that castle.
Maybe.
It's a castle.
Hey,
for a reason,
true.
With all that brick.
True. $10 million though. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
What would you spend it on?
I'm an indecisive person, so I think I would take the money and I would have to think a lot
Right.
on it, which I'm going to continue to do right now. I don't think I could give you a certain answer. Definitely help get some music out and get some of that rolling, but for the majority of that, I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
yet. I have to think on it.
Right. Build a studio?
Hey, we already got the
That's
castle.
true. That is true. Right. Maybe a jet so you could fly to the castle.
Yeah. Ralph goes, we'll take donations.
Right.
$10 million donation. Okay,
Oh,
coming up.
man, that'd be huge, right?
Yeah,
Have
right.
to be some terms
That'd
on
be
that. And so, Sadie, is there anything you would like to share to, someone that's young and ambitious that also would like to pursue a career in music or
Yeah.
arts? What would you like to share with them?
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I think just find your passion, find your love, and find what's the most unique about yourself and run with that. And take any opportunity that comes your way, because you never know what's going to come from it and who you're going to meet that is going to make more connections for you in the future. And belief in yourself, I think, is one of the biggest things. I'm still working on that, and I feel like that's something we all have to work on. But believe in yourself, and I think that's.
We so appreciate you.
Thank you.
Sadie Dahl here for the Culture Podcast, everyone. And we just want to say thank you. And I know that you touch many hearts that for the listeners that are listening and seeking answers that may have a career path in arts.
Well,
And so, I'm looking forward to you actually opening up your school of arts.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
That's an idea. There's that $10 million right there.
Oh, wow. See, we just figured it out
Yep,
in 2 minutes.
there we go.
Right?
We gotta figure it out.
So unfortunately, the castle will not be getting the check, right?
Sorry, Ralph. Still love you.
Sadie, is there there any plugins that you would like to introduce for the Culture Podcast?
Yeah, so my Instagram and TikTok are sadie.dahl. So you can give me a follow there, keep up with what I'm doing. Got some music coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. And one last thing I'll plug also is I'm part of a charity fundraiser for Cure for the Kids, which is, and we're putting out a big Christmas music video this upcoming winter. So keep an eye out for that. All of the money goes to struggling kids with cancer, and I'm really excited to be part of that and helping those kids and families. But yeah, I'm just so excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
And we want to give a shout out to Sadie's mom and grandma
Yes.
for, not only being her biggest supporter, but, continue to pray and asking God to guide her each and every step of the way as she continues her journey and being one of America's top singers. And so we conclude our For the Podcast, and stay tuned for many more to come. Thank you.